Uh, yeah, I'm gonna change my plan. I had a plan, I think I said last week, was that today we would do the third Fair Lady Work shuttles and then the whole thing, but we're not gonna stop there because that's kind of too easy. Okay, so that was my plan. And in real life, in person, we might do it that way, but we'll do that and we'll go on to the next thing. Okay, so uh,
So,
that will give us some progress. So we'll spend basically, we spent 2 weeks on Fair Lady Work shuttles. We'll basically treat number three as kind of like number one. We'll do it, we'll look at it, and then we'll go on like we do with the things that we've already learned. All right, but that was the part of the practice. I want to practice something from the second section. Let's see. Uh, we did uh, we did step back repulse monkey last time. Is that right? Is that right? I think so. And diagonal flying, maybe we don't have to do raise hands. What's new? What's new in there? What was new? Oh, you know who should know? Erlin. Erlin, what
You
was new?
mean
What's the
you
next
mean
new
what
thing
you mean what was new when we were in the second section?
in the second section? Right. I
New?
want, oh, huh?
Well, fan through back was new way
Uh,
back when. I don't want when
oh,
you
okay.
say
Yeah, you're right. Needlessly bottom, that's new. So,
that's what I meant. Yeah, right. You know, let's see.
right.
Yeah.
So we did that. The diagonal flying is new. Actually, that's new for second section. Okay. So, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that one after all. We did step back repulse monkey last week. So diagonal flying, first let me watch you do it. So we start in empty stance with Nancy likes to grab the wrong part of this and I'm gonna break it. Uh, Empty stance with your right foot forward. Okay, and I'll do one with you. Circle your arms closed, turn to the right, close your arms and step towards the back corner. Turn a little bit, point your toe to the corner, and then swing your left arm or your right arm to point to the corner also, and close your right foot. Okay, let me see you do it. Okay, go. Turning, circle, close your arms, step. Okay, again, do it again. Go. Do it two more times on your own. Okay. 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 So here's how I want you to think about it. I want you to, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to have this feeling here. If I stick my arms out like this, is the footwork. I want you to start turning. Turn, and when you turn, that'll make your toe go up. I guess you can't see it, but you know, your toe goes up. And then pick up your heel, bring it in, step to the corner, put it down, point at the corner, keep turning, and in the end, you're in a bow stance. I want you to have smooth turning, okay, all the way. So you start like this, your body points to the corner, turn to the right, and have the turning make everything else work. And at the end, you're pointed near the corner. Okay, do the footwork. Do that turning for me. You have your arms out. You don't have to do the circle of your arms. Keep your arms out and just see your body turn smoothly. Can you see me turn smoothly? Good. Keep turning. Keep turning. Okay, that's, I think, for this movement, that's the important point for this movement, that you start to turn and everything works from the turning and make that nice and even. Okay, that means, so that here, what does that mean? That means don't first close your arms and then pick your foot up and try to turn and put it back down and stop, and then go again and open your arms. Your turning is what's going on. Coordinate your footwork and your arms with the turning. And then when it's nice and smooth, when your turning is nice and smooth, you'll feel really stable. Because with 2 feet on the ground, you start turning, but then you can pick your foot up and it can move and you put it back down. With 2 feet on the ground, you feel stable usually. With 1 foot on the ground, you don't feel so stable. So if you pick up your foot and then try to turn, you're changing your momentum, angular momentum, with just 1 foot on the ground, and that's hard. You start your turning, like spin yourself with 2 feet on the ground, and then that lets you, because you're turning away from your front foot, go ahead and just pick it up and put it, move it while you're turning. So start yourself turning, then you can, then the whole movement should feel pretty stable. And the hard part is feeling stable with standing on 1 foot while you're moving your right foot. So if you could feel it, that would be good. Feel it, and then we'll put the hands with it. Okay. Okay, so here's one thing about the hands then. When you circle your arms to do it, I want you to circle them closed like this. This is our closed arms, okay? I don't want you to close them too much. Like this, all the time, okay? For opening and closing your arms, that's the closed position, okay? Sometimes you might think the top hand is sticking out a little bit, okay? But whatever, that's not that important. But it's not like this, okay? It's not like, oh, if I'm going to do ward off, I'm going to start here and I'm going to go like this. If I'm going to do diagonal flying, I'm going to bring it up here, okay? It starts in the same place. We swing it from there. Don't bring it up and then swing it out, just from down to up, okay? All right, so let me see you do the whole thing. Do that like a couple, 3 times. At the end, try to make your right palm, be mainly palm up. Not too much just sideways. Turn it a little bit more, palm up. Okay. Can you turn your palm up more at the end, Larry?
When does the palm, so it starts here, palm up here, when does it end up? And we're like this, and then like this?
I'm saying at the end, I want you to have it like this. Yours is kind of like this.
Oh, okay, oh, thank you, yeah, I didn't realize that. Let me fix that. It's on here. Palm up?
This movement is different than, how is this different than diagonal, the wild horse parts main? Wild horse parts main, the idea is kind of you get close to the person and you kind of bump them some and roll them onto your arm and kind of like push them away. First starting like with your shoulder and then your arm and then your forearm. You're just kind of pushing them. And maybe you're pushing them over your leg. If you step in the right place, you can knock them backwards or something, but it's kind of a pushing, it's pushing basically, okay? We say that it's ward off energy, but because it's using this top part of your arm. But this one is striking, this one is a split energy. And so so when you do a wild horse parts main, try to think pushing someone to the side, okay? When you do this one, what it more is like you go from here, you grab them, Master Young shows it like this, I think. You grab them with this hand, you put it in the left hand, and then you hit them with your forearm into the like ribs. Okay, under that.
Forearm, it's not the hand then?
No, it's not your hand.
Oh, okay.
But it's a striking, it's a strike, it's not a push. Okay, so really it happens here, basically. we do it and show it the same kind of similar way to, and for us, the ending point is the same. It looks like this shape, okay? Some styles, it's Wild Horse Parts' main, they show like this, they show it kind of like a bigger ward off, right? But ours is, we have the same ending position. But that's not where something's happening. The happening is happening down here, okay? Where their chest is. Bam, hit them. Where for the other one, we're still touching them on the body somewhere and pushing them. All right, so it's not a push. So in your mind, if you can think about it, you should know what the energies are. This one is striking. So when you do it, sometimes anyway, think, strike, okay? Don't do it any differently. Just in your mind, think that you're striking them.
Does it visually look the same, but we're thinking a different application? I mean, between parting main and.
They will look basically the same. And we don't want to do it faster or anything to show that. So you have to think in your mind, okay, what it is. How would things be different if you were striking them? I don't know. But the striking, maybe, I'm not an expert, maybe you'd be using more of your elbow, right? So you could have more elbow in it, something like that. But first of all, first we learn the order of the movements. We want to memorize the order, but we also want to remember what the thing is that we're doing, where the energy point is, what kind of energy we're using. So we're doing ward off, the energy point's the middle of your forearm and you're lifting up. You're doing press, it's the middle of your forearm, you're pushing forward with it. You should think of those things. So basically, you don't have to think ward off, energy point, but you should think, I'm touching them, I'm lifting. You should feel like have the person there imagine doing it, is basically what it is. Imagine what you're doing to the person. So that's the next level. The first level is to know what those things are. And then a level, I think, above that is to imagine while you're doing it, that you're really doing it, that you're really a person throwing him to the side, come over here, pushing him away. Okay, so picture yourself doing it. So that would be maybe called like shadow boxing or something, imagining doing it. And then there's a higher level where you just do the shapes and you more feel like just like open and close, shifting, turn, you just do it and watch yourself do it. You don't have to think about fighting anymore. That's like a higher level. But you should know those other levels, because once you know the other thing and have practiced doing it, then your body will remember it and still do it, even if you don't think about it. Okay. So the only way to use it for real is not to think about it. So you can't think, well, he's going to punch me, I'm going to grab him, and now I'm going to come under his arm and I'm going to do this. You can't think. It has to be just something you practice a lot and you can just do it. If something is there, you just do it. Okay. Or you can manipulate it and get it to there because that's your favorite thing to do or something. You can't think about it, and you have to get it to work when you do it. It has to work every time. You go to do it and fail grabbing them half the time, then in real life, you couldn't do it. You need to be always able to grab them, always able to get yourself positioned, always able to make them move. Okay, so you need to practice that much if you want to use it for martial arts. If you want to fight with it, I say that, or protect yourself with it. But anyway, for the form, so when you do those things in martial arts and the practice with another person, then it will help you to imagine the person, because you've done the roll back to them, you've done the ward off, then you can more easily imagine it. But if you don't do the push hands, it's harder to imagine. I can understand that. Okay. We have any questions on diagonal flying then? So the most important thing, in my opinion, is this start turning and keep turning the whole time. And then that should make you feel more stable. Okay, that's good for stability. Hard to feel stable on this movement. This is the biggest movement of your footwork. When you step, your feet are pointing 180 degrees apart, right? So it's kind of like the stepping here is kind of like Fair Lady Work Shuttles number 2 and 4, except it's easier. This is harder stepping. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, remember when you are done, you're pointing at the corner for this one, and your step to the corner and your arm and your leg should line up. So if you have trouble doing this one, stepping big enough to the corner. For instance, say that I step and I don't make, I make it almost to the corner. Don't point your arm at the corner still, okay? Line yourself up with your foot, okay, with your leg. That's the ending position. That it doesn't look, it looks wrong to overshoot because you didn't step well. Just point yourself whatever direction you step, right? And over time, maybe you'll step better if you have that problem. I think most of us can step well enough, but for learning it. All right, so let's review that. Do you have any questions on this movement? Just a review. I'd like to review basically when I do the second section, I'd like to review the first section and not have a separate day for review. All right, so let's look at, let me see you do the Fair Lady Work shuttles then. From single whip, okay, Fair Lady Work shuttles. Number 1. And 2. Sandra's getting far ahead of us. Okay, that's okay. Push down. Circle. Passing palm. And step. Ward off and strike. Okay. Okay, so that's what we've done. Okay, go ahead, do it. Do it. Finish, Sandra. Okay, so here's one thing I want you to remember. We'll look at number 2. I think number 1 is okay. So from here, you push down, 2 hands on the line to the corner. Then you turn and you pull, your arms separate. Then when you sit back, they smoothly turn over, okay? And then passing palm and step. Ward off. And now when I strike, I want to strike like this. Start pushing it out and smoothly turn it. Okay, so that's the thing that I think is missing. So when you turn around like this, when you step back, I want your hands to smoothly turn. I don't want you to flip them over, okay? Don't flip them over and then do it. I want you to just smoothly turn them while you keep turning. And then when you ward off and when you go to strike, I want your left hand to smoothly turn while you strike out, okay? Don't turn it first and then strike out. We know that people are facing it back, that's good. But I want you to smoothly turn it on the path forward, okay? Don't flip it. So a couple places you could flip it, don't flip it. The hands just smoothly turn. Okay, all right, let me see you do it again. From single whip. Okay. Go. Remember, keep your right arm level. When we do this passing palm, remember it's level. Don't drop it down and come back up. No, don't do that. Don't go down. Level. Okay.
Well, could you show what you mean by doing it level? Because I had my back turned, so I couldn't see it.
I'll show you this one. I'll show you this one. Back and push down.
Yep.
Turn and pull with your right hand. Shift back, turn your hands over, passing palm and step. Ward off and get closer to your left hand. And then smoothly turn it while you strike out.
Got it. All right, thank you.
So Sandra, you have a thing still where you drop, where you, instead of going like this in front of your chest, you're going down and coming back up. So try not to do that. That's what we do for kicking, right? We do that for kicking and cross hands, but this one is level. Okay. Well, just remember that, I guess. It's okay.
Mike, another quick question.
Yes?
We're going around, we're pulling with the right hand. Is this like we're throwing someone kind of like fist under elbow in the beginning?
Yes, or single whip, yes, yeah,
All right.
yeah, single whip, we pull them to the left, so this one is, to the right. This is, I would say this move is kind of elaborate. When I learned it from my first teacher, we did it more like this. And I think you can look and see it's something like this some places. Just kind of like this, and then just bring it down and turn, and then just kind of cross our arms and just keep them crossed the whole time. And then kind of go like, okay, we didn't have the passing palm, basically. It was just kind of like close your arms like this, and then open them. And so that is the most part of the movement. I would say that. That's the meaning of the movement. Somebody comes to punch at you, and you go like, lift them up out of the way, basically strike, lift their arm out of the way and strike. So, so you could be like this and just go boom, kind of protecting yourself with this hand, and then you go lift, strike, lift it, and as you're lifting it, striking them. That's sort of again, that's the martial part. We can't go like lift, strike. They have to kind of go together to work, because while they're being moved, if you take any time, they will just bring, back down and protect themselves. So lift and strike, but it didn't have this in it. So this form has this extra thing that's kind of hard to it's new. I would say that it's kind of new. It's like a parent closing up, right? We talked about that last week. It's the opposite direction of like a parent closing up. Okay.
So the right hand crosses under the left elbow, correct, as it comes around?
It passes the upper arm.
Oh, the upper arm. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you do passing palm, it's under your upper
Oh, it's
arm.
above the elbow then. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Is that how you do a parent closed up? It passes close to your chest. Let's say that. See, then it's not too far. It's not your elbow. It's in.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go on. Let's do the third one, which I said is going to be easy. So hopefully it'll be easy, and then we can go on from there too. But we'll see. If it's not, that's fine. I'll let Erlyn decide if we got it. Erlyn, I understand Erlyn's going to be learning how to be a teacher, so we're all very happy about that. Everybody knows Erlyn? Raise your hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because she did her ranking last week, and now she has a level 2 rank. So there's a ladder with like 9. I will say there's 9 levels, but I think this last year, they had a director meeting and people got level 7, I think, for the first time. So nobody had ever gotten above 6. They do that when you get above 6, that's more like that you contributed a lot to the association or the world or something, with Tai Chi. So it's kind of, what do you call that? Not exact. It's
Honorary?
Yeah, it's kind of honorary instead of that's a test, but you do have to like apply for it, and people have to think about it somehow. But so we had a few people like that. Anyway, Erlyn's at level 2 now. She's on her way. Okay, climbing the ladder. Okay, so let me show you. Her dad's looking at you guys. Make her impressed. Okay. So from here, we're going to shift back and push down, like number 2 was. We're going to pick up our foot and turn it and point it to the straight direction. We're going to shift over. We're going to pull our left hand back and turn both palms up. Point our body to the corner. We're going to do passing palm. Both arms are going to move and bring our foot in, and then step out and ward off forward, separate, right? And then strike. So it's like number 3, it's striking with the right hand. It's stepping out and ward off with the left arm together. That's like number 1, right? So, but we've also done this footwork before. this footwork is like this after raise hands. Raise hands, you shift back and pick up your foot and turn it 45 degrees, and then you shift over and turn. Okay, so that is the same. That is that footwork that we're going to do. Okay, only we're going to start at the corner. We're going to end up pointing this straight. So from here we go. We shift back. Oops. We shift back and push down and pick up our heel, turn it, then shift over and point ourselves at the corner. And pull your left hand back. Your right arm points to straight. Then they pass each other and you step. I'm sorry. They pass each other. You bring your foot in. You step out and ward off forward. And then up and strike. Okay.
And Mike, so when we shift the weight back and then we adjust the angle of the right foot, how much are we at? Are we simply turning it on the heel?
No.
Actually picking it up?
You pick it up. It's just like the transition to white crane. I'll show you. The white crane transition is like this. You pull down and you pick it up and step. You step when you close your arms. Then you shift over and separate. Shift over and turn. And the picking it up, this is the picking it up for white crane anyway. When you do white crane, you could go like this and step forward, okay, and do it to adjust yourself to the opponent. Or the opponent's coming in towards you, this opponent's coming in towards you, you could step back and do it, okay? So picking it up is a practice of taking a step. We don't take it, we just pick it up and put it back in the same place. But you could step left or right with it when you pick it up, right? But if you only ever practice just turning it, then you're not practicing stepping. So it's just an extra thing to practice. The practice is how you could take your weight off and then, move from the shifting, right? So like if I didn't do that, for instance, and I wanted to step over there, I do have to pick it up somehow, right? And I could just do that, I guess. But it's from the shifting. We have something like that in the sword form. We pull like this with a sword, if you can imagine. You pull like this and you have a big turn. And then as part of that big turn, we go and you take a step with it, okay? A big turn and take a step and then do the next thing. We have it in cloud hands. At the end of cloud hands on the third one here, and you're turning, and instead of bring your foot here, we take a step with it because we're shifting and turning anyway. Just step with it, right? So it's a way to move from your center. Okay, practicing move from your center. Anyway, all right, let's do it again. I'll do it with you. And then I'll watch you do it. From here, we shift back one and push down on the line. And pick up. All right. Push down and step. Okay. 2, shift and separate your arms. Point yourself in the corner. 3, cross your arms and bring your foot in. Then 4, separate and step. 5, strike. We'll count. I'll count it like that right now. I'll do it again. 1, push down and step. 2, shift over and open. I'll count it differently. 3, cross and bring your foot in and separate and step. I like to count the steps. 4, strike. Okay. All right, so let me see you do it. Okay. 1, push down and step. 2, shift over and separate your arms. 3, passing palm and then separate your arms and step. 4, strike. I like to count to 4 better. Okay.
Are both palms palm up before you do the passing under the arm?
Yes, they're both palm up. That's right. We turn our palms with body turning. So I'll show it this way. So you're like this, you're like this. Here, palm down and step. When I shift, I'm going to turn. I'm going to rotate my palms when I turn.
I see.
Then they're moving, I'm not turning anymore. They're going to move and stay palm up, basically. And here I'm going to strike, okay? And then they're going to rotate with my turning, basically, okay? So that's one thing. We had a long discussion with Erlyn last night about how your body turning, you couldn't see that, how your body turning rotates your hand. We don't like to just turn them here and there, whatever. Your body turning is usually what's causing them to rotate. So when we want to turn them over, try to connect that to a turn. If there's a turn there, then try to put it with the turn, the body turning. Sometimes maybe there isn't, but usually you can hook it to the body turning. So that's called using the waist, okay? Do you have it? Is it easy? Is this one easy? Sandra is the only, no? No? You don't think so? Well, let me watch you do it then, Sandra.
I'm still trying.
Okay. Well, okay, you think you have it though? You think you have the steps? Let me see you do it. All right, let me see you do it. Push down, good. Then shift over, okay. Turn, good, good. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Here's one thing I will tell you. That when you're like this, you shift over and, I'm sorry, you close, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You push down and you step. You shift over and they separate. They pass and step and separate. Here, just bring it to in front of your shoulder. Here, a higher. Yeah, just like this. You know, when you strike, we usually strike from here, right? So just like this, okay? And then strike out. So when you separate too big, like this, and then you got to get it back in front of your shoulder. So just to here and then out, okay? A smaller movement for the right hand. Yeah, there. But yeah, that's right. And then strike out is already shoulder level. Okay.
First.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the pieces. We have all the pieces now. We do one more, which is just like the second one. Okay. So let's do all four together. All right. So from single whip, I'll do one with you first. From single whip, fair and work shuttles. Back, turn. Back and separate and step. Then passing palm and step and separate. Strike. Then push down, pull, turn. Then passing palm and step, separate and strike. Then 3. Push down and step, turn and palm up. Then passing palm and ward off and both stance and strike. Then, okay, number 4, push down, just like number 2, turn, pull, then turning, step and passing palm, ward off and strike. That's 4. That's the 4, okay? That's Fair Lady Work Shuttles. Okay. Oh, you know, I was thinking how far, what did we say was going to come next? Maybe I didn't say. The next one I was thinking could be Golden Rooster Stand on One Leg, but we still have to transition into Grasping the Bird's Tail. So let me show you that. After we do the 4th one, we're like this. Okay, then we're going to, you know how we do it after the 3rd wild horse parts vein? We're like this. here, and we go back and we turn, point to the corner, shift and turn your hand over, then close your arms and step, word up. Okay, we're gonna do something, we have to do something like that. So we're gonna be like this, we're gonna shift back, we're gonna turn our palm, left palm up. Okay, instead of pushing down, we're gonna go into this roll back shape. Roll back. Yeah. So from here, roll back. The right hand in front, there you go. Then, let me turn this way. Back, roll back shape. Then we're gonna turn and point to the corner to the left and point our toe there, point our right arm there. Then we're gonna shift and turn some more to the left and then close our arms and step. And then lift up and push down. Okay, word off left. So the footwork is kind of like the one from Wild West Parts of Spain, which is, can you see it? Which is just back, point your toe in the corner, shift to the right, pick your foot up, step out for a bow stance. Okay, it's just going from this corner to that corner. Okay, but so the interesting thing, all right, I'll just show you again. We did this before. From here, back and turn, point at the corner, and then turn your hand over when you shift to the right, and then close your arms and step, word off. All right, so that's what we learned, 3 weeks ago or something. This one has, you're already almost in the right shape here with your arms. So then shift and turn, and then close your arms and step. So kind of easier, maybe easier to get into. We put our arms in the shape to start with. Okay. All right, I'll say this. When you do this and you go to the rollback shape and then you turn, I would like to do one extra little thing. And that is, I want you to go and turn to the left some more and maybe drop your left hand a little bit and then circle close. Because we do the open and close of your arms like this, right? With kind of a scooping up, right? From the bottom and up and closing like this. This one, if we're in this shape, it's not low. I don't want you just to go like that, I think. I don't do it like that. Maybe you could do that, okay? You could say, well, it's already just been my arm, I'm done. So I do it more like this. Here, and then I turn, and then when I shift, I kind of go, and I open this a little, and I make a little circle. I make a little open end down and back up, a little circle. But I think maybe Nancy doesn't do that. So
Can you do it again? Like, so we could see that
here, turn, back. See, and now I've opened more, and then I close. Here, when you turn, you're too closed. You could just go like this, but then your left hand's not doing anything. So I prefer to go from here and turn, and then shift back and open to the left some, and then have both arms close. Okay, I prefer that.
Thank you.
But if you look at the journals, I don't think it's described that way. And there's something to say for if it's already in the same position, just leave it there. It's close to done already. I don't know. But you're moving your body around. I just kind of, to me, to just go like this, and then that doesn't seem right. I think there should be something like this going on. Okay. Okay, so that's going into grasping the bird's tail, and then we go all the way to single whip, and then we do cloud hands, and then we do the next thing, which I think I'm not going to do today because I think maybe we're. So let me see you do this part. Okay, so from number 4, turn, transition to grasping the bird's tail. Back into rollback shape. Turn. Then shift to the right and step, and then ward off left. Okay, let me see you do it again. Do that like 3 times on your own. I'll look at Master Young's video of how he does it and see what I can see. I might have just added something. You know, if I become a master, I can change the form. I would probably add this if it's not in there. I'll say, look, we're gonna do this, and then they'll remember. Mike Lucero added this.
I like it. I think actually I was doing it anyway. I'm not sure why, but.
Probably, I think it feels natural, I think.
Yeah, I was doing it too because of that very reason.
Oh, great, all right. Well, so then I'll put your name under mine, okay? With
Okay.
input
Yeah,
from the students.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. I will say when you teach it, then you should try to stick to what Master Yang has said. And I think one time he said something about adding a little circle there. But it's hard when you're in his, if you've ever taken a seminar from Master Yang, he talks and you're like writing as fast as you can. He just keeps talking, you just write it down really fast to try to capture what and try to see what he's doing and try to say how that's different than how you do it, right? That's what you're looking for. Oh, that's different, and you write it down. Sometimes you ask a question, or you wait for JP to ask a question. He's got a big list of questions. And then you write it down really fast, try to remember. Okay, so one time I think he said that, but nobody seems to think about that at all. So here I will say, I'll show one more time, and I will say what I want you to have a feeling. Remember we went like this and we push down. Look, remember this? They push down on that line. So I still want you to have the feeling of like kind of pushing down with your right arm to get into the rollback. Okay, I want you to still feel that down, pushing down, and then turn, and then circle and close, and then ward off. You know, Nancy asked about this, and I had been doing this for quite a while. And then Nancy asked during, I don't know, Master Yang was going over it. And Nancy said, isn't this just roll back? You know, because we do roll back, right? We go here and we go like that. And you're turning from corner to corner. It's the same corners even. And Master Yang said, yes, but don't show it. So we're gonna do it. Maybe the real thing is a different kind of stepping, because usually we're stepping here and we're doing it this way. Here the stepping is more starting lined up with it and maybe bigger to this, okay? And closing your foot, I think, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, maybe I forgot that.
No.
Here, turn and close I say close your foot. So it's a different way to do rollback, basically.
Sure.
So when you do it, I would say, think about that, see how you can make it be like rollback, okay? With turning your foot, with a different angle of your lower body relative to the corners. Because like I said, usually we're doing it, well, is that totally true? We do the second one from here, we do like this. We connect here and only do like 45-degree turn. But this has got a 90-degree turn. And so here we go just to the straight. See, that goes all the way over to here. And to get there, we turn our foot to go with it. Then we could do it bigger. See, so just little things that are, you know, like other things that we've done. So this is a rollback, okay? And see how you can make it feel like rollback. But then come down, turn, keep upright, close your arms and step, hide it, okay? If I think the reason that the young style at least has persisted so long is because it looks pretty and it's not clear that you're doing anything other than just kind of a dance, right? If it looks too much like you're fighting, then the Chinese government would have stomped it out, it's like 60 years ago or 70 years ago, right? So they did suppress a lot of martial arts, and people kept doing it. And then when it came back, they were reluctant to do much of the martial part because they were afraid that the government would still stomp them out. And before that, I don't remember the year. There was something called the Boxer Rebellion, where they were having some problem with bad guys in the country, and what can we do? And they go, hey, up there, the monks, they know how to fight, and there's a lot of people who can fight. They get them all over. They're here, help us tame all this. They do a good job, and they go, hey, you know what? They're really good compared to our army. We better do something about that. And then they kill them all and burn down the monasteries and stuff. So you can't be too special. Then that's bad attention. So they made it more look like something else. Okay, it's just a kind of traditional thing that we do for cultural purposes. And the fighting part, they kept to a few people.
It's very interesting, that history.
We should do is we should assign someone to write up some kind of little posting about that, and then they can send it to me, and I will put it on the website, and then everybody can see that. That'd be great. So whoever wants to volunteer, that'd be great. All right, so let's do all four, all the way to grasping the bird's tail. Okay. All right, from single whip. Fairly work shuttles. 1, back and turn. I'll just call the numbers. 2. 3. 4. 5. The first tail. We'll just do ward off left. Ward off left. Okay. I'm sorry, I go kind of fast. Erlyn going the right speed probably. All right, do it again. I get too excited. I talk a lot and then it excites me. All right, so over here. Fair Lady Workshop. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. The bird's tail. Point to the corner, shift to the right, close your arm, just step. Word off left. Okay. You guys have any questions? No? Can everybody see everyone else?
Fine.
Well, watch Erlyn. Can you see Erlyn? Oh, you have a question? You have a question, Lorraine?
When you transition to grasping the bird's tail, what can you show the left arm?
Okay.
Go down.
Okay. The left arm.
The left arm.
Yeah. From here, we're going to go into this rollback shape. It's going to turn palm up. Then you're going to turn. Then you're going to shift and turn some more and bring it, for me, bring it lower and then back up. Make a little circle, back to close your arms, and then.
Okay, okay, I didn't get the lower part.
Oh, okay. But if you leave that out, you could think of it like this, here and turn, and then just go into that shape. That's okay. I think that's kind of what it shows in the journal, I think. Not, but I'd stick an extra thing, an extra little circle there myself. Andrew Lynn does and Larry does. We all love it. So, be like us. Okay?
Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. It's, I think, the third week I'm filling in for Rita, so she should be back in another month. Right? It's almost over. All right.
Thank
Thanks
you,
very much.
Mike.
Thank
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you, Mark.
weekend.
Very good.
Bye. Bye.